Welcome to the eLearning Tips and Tools series, Quality Matters, Standards in Action, brought to you by CELT in the Center for eLearning. This series examines ways you can apply Quality Matters standards in your online course to improve learner comprehension, engagement, and ultimately success. In an online course, it is important for learners to get frequent feedback on how they are doing. Are they learning what they are supposed to be learning? Are they achieving the learning outcomes? The most effective way to ensure that learners get the feedback they need to stay on track is through a comprehensive, balanced assessment strategy that includes both formative and summative assessments. Today's video focuses on specific review standards within General Standards 3 and 5, promoting growth through active learning, thoughtful pacing, meaningful feedback, and appropriate assessments. Within General Standard 3, Specific Review Standards 3.4 and 3.5 emphasize implementing multiple, sequenced, and varied assessments throughout the course that provide learners with timely feedback to help them track their progress. Within General Standard 5, Specific Review Standards 5.1, 5.2, and 5.3 focus on ensuring active learning activities are implemented throughout the course to provide learners with regular, substantive interactions and feedback that helps them prepare for assessments. The activity and assessment standards have similarities and may overlap in how they may be implemented in a course. What you are looking for is a balanced strategy. Both formative and summative assessments are necessary for academic growth and achievement. The difference is often misunderstood as a contrast in the types of assessments used for each, but any sort of assessment can be used for both. It is the goal, issues identified, and feedback where they differ. Formative assessments and activities help the learner practice new knowledge and skills through interaction with the content, their peers, and their instructor. From here, the instructor monitors learning and provides the learner with feedback and support and strategies to address misconceptions and gaps. Low-stakes scoring is recommended for formative assessments and activities to provide learners with motivation to use these opportunities for growth without fearing punitive results. In contrast, in summative assessments, the learner demonstrates what they have learned, and the instructor evaluates the level of proficiency with learning goals. Feedback from summative assessments helps the learner understand how much they have grown and have learned and what they should focus on as they move forward. Higher stakes scoring is recommended for summative assessments as a measurement of how well they have met the goals of the course. Consider a hierarchy when developing the activities and assessments in your course. Learners begin with smaller, lower stakes activities covering the most basic information, building up to higher stakes assessments using more complex and higher order thinking skills as they move through the material. Ideally, this structure is layered with multiple types of activities and assessments. QM recommends instructors pace activities and assessments to give learners time to complete them carefully and thoughtfully. Additionally, learning is enhanced when pacing allows learners to both receive and use frequent, substantive, and timely feedback to improve learning achievement. Low-stakes formative assessments and activities are especially important in online classrooms where you can't see a learner's nonverbal cues, a confused expression, or an enthusiastic nod. The benefits of low-stakes activities and assessments include giving learners an indication of their performance early, which will open lines of communication between the learner and instructor. This may increase the learner's willingness to ask for help. For instructors, this gives you feedback on how well individuals and the class as a whole are absorbing information and progressing, which allows you to reteach or direct learners to support resources. Learners also have an opportunity to actively participate in evaluating their own learning. There are multiple options for low-stakes activities and assessments, some of which are listed here, including small components of a larger project, study guides, reading quizzes, collaborative problem solving, and topical discussions. As learners complete these low-stakes activities and assessments, remember to provide them with meaningful feedback to help them move forward. Learning activities and assessments should promote active learning whenever possible. But what is active learning? Active learning involves learners engaging by doing, and guiding learners to increasing levels of responsibility for their own learning. Active learning looks like active discussion, investigation, or creation. Examples of active learning activities include analyzing case studies, evaluating potential solutions to a problem, applying concepts to complex questions, or conducting experiments. But why promote active learning? There are numerous benefits to active learning, including building on prior knowledge, reinforcing learner confidence, promoting equity and inclusion, meaningful interaction, and discovery through experience. Finally, active learning encourages learner reflection. For more information about Quality Matters or for support with developing and managing your online courses, please reach out to our team in CELT and the Center for eLearning.